everybody. Today, my mommy is going to talk about William Howard Taft.
Thank you, Noah, for introducing William Howard Taft, the 27th President of the United States. Like other presidents before him, including John Quincy Adams, President Taft's biggest accomplishments came both before and after his presidency. Taft graduated from Yale University and then attended Cincinnati Law School. He practiced law and had his heart set on being on the Supreme Court. William Howard Taft was destined to have a political career as he caught the attention of several presidents. He served as Secretary of War and Attorney General under President Grant. He served as a diplomat for President Arthur. Benjamin Harrison appointed Taft the role of Solicitor General of the United States, and President McKinley made Taft the head of the Philippines Commission. When President Roosevelt was re-elected for his second term in 1904, he appointed Taft as his Secretary of War. William Howard Taft performed all of these tasks successfully and emerged as a favorite to represent the Republican Party at the completion of Roosevelt's second term. Taft was not interested in being president, but was encouraged by his wife to pursue the presidency. Taft agreed and ran as the Republican candidate in the election of 1908. Despite his reluctance to campaign aggressively, William Howard Taft easily defeated William Jennings Bryan to become the 27th president. This marked William Jennings Bryan's third defeat running for president, as he was defeated in the elections of 1896 and 1900. He decided not to run in 1904. Taft decided to continue Roosevelt's efforts in taking down trusts. He went after the Standard Oil Company owned by John D. Rockefeller. Taft was successful in taking down the Standard Oil Company, the biggest trust at that time. Rockefeller retired that year and decided to donate $500 million of his fortune to charities. Taft then set his sights on the U.S. Steel Corporation and its president, J.P. Morgan, who successfully made the U.S. Steel Corporation the first billion-dollar company in the United States. Unlike his case against the Standard Oil Company, his case against the U.S. Steel Corporation failed. The case against U.S. Steel and J.P. Morgan caused a rift between President Taft and former President Roosevelt. In the case, the government suggested that J.P. Morgan was able to successfully fool Roosevelt and that Taft would put an end to the trust once and for all. He further upset Roosevelt by firing Gifford Pinchot, who served as head of the Bureau of Forestry, and helped initiate President Roosevelt's policy on conservation. Of course, this upset Roosevelt, who would take revenge by running for president in the election of 1912. In the election of 1912, Republicans renominated Taft and the Democrats nominated Woodrow Wilson. This left Roosevelt to form his own political party, the Bull Moose Party, so he can compete in an effort to become the first president to serve 3 terms. He called his party the Bull Moose Party because he often said that he felt as fit as a bull moose. Unfortunately for Taft and Roosevelt, they split the Republican vote in 1912, making Woodrow Wilson the next president. Although this seems like it would have been a crushing blow to William Howard Taft, 9 years later, President Warren Harding would finally appoint Taft to serve as Chief Justice on the Supreme Court, achieving Taft's lifelong dream. Shortly after being appointed to the Supreme Court, Taft was quoted as saying, "In my present life, I don't remember that I ever was president." President Taft had some accomplishments as president, including trust busting and setting fair railroad rates, but his accomplishments before and after his 4 years in office were much greater in number and significance. He also had the unfortunate luck of being sandwiched in between far more successful presidents, Theodore Roosevelt and Woodrow Wilson. More than anything, Taft will be remembered as a virtuous public servant who served the people from his 3 years on the Ohio Superior Court until his final 9 years as Chief Justice of the Supreme Court and the decades of public service in between. Join Olivia and her dad tomorrow when they get curious about trampolines. Until next time, stay curious.